Okay, so I found a workaround which apparently was super quick. Basically, all you do is you go in and you set everything to minimum, and then that lets you. Yeah, I know. Shut up. And then that will let you load in. Apparently, that's all you need to do is just turn everything off, and then you're good. Which is strange to me, but whatever. Yeah, I know. That was on before. So, yeah, that's what I did. I turned everything to zilch, and now I am resetting everything back to where it was before. And yep, I'm going to reload the level. Alright, so welcome back officially then. We are now in interval 7, which in my digging I also discovered is the final interval. So that was a really dumb way to load it, guys. You could have made the loading point when you fell down through here, instead of having me walk 10 feet forward and then load the new area and throw me 10 feet back from where I was. Oh well, dumb decision. So we are in the final interval of F.E.A.R. Perseus Mandate, which means we are in the final interval of F.E.A.R. just in general. Not including, of course, the sequels, which we will at some point look at, I'm sure. Probably not probably. Let me start over. We will look at the sequels. We'll look at F.E.A.R. 2 and F.E.A.R. 3. It probably won't be part of this same thread. It'll be part of a new thread. That's a lot of blood. Also, that door sounds like it's eating you. Nom, nom. I will almost certainly play through F.E.A.R. 2 and talk about how dumb it is. Because let's be real, it gets really dumb. Especially the ending. Oh my god, the ending of F.E.A.R. 2. If you don't know about the end of F.E.A.R. 2 yet, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's fucking bad. Like, whenever we actually do get to doing a Let's Play of that game, I'll cover it then. But F.E.A.R. 2's ending, whew boy, it's not good. And then F.E.A.R. 3, which is not hardly even a F.E.A.R. game. Like, I hesitate to call it a F.E.A.R. game. It's really just, it's an action shooter. It's just a good old-fashioned shooter that happens to have the F.E.A.R. license and some semi-spooky stuff thrown into it. That being said, F.E.A.R. 3 is fun to play. It plays fairly well. For the most part, it has some really dumb decisions, even from a shooter standpoint. And in terms of the story, it's not good. But, I mean, let's be real here. F.E.A.R.'s story was never its strongest point. The story, I enjoy the story because it's a dumb sci-fi story, and I like dumb sci-fi stories. You know, like, I'm cool with them, so the story being dumb doesn't really bother me that much. But F.E.A.R. 3 just, man, it's not great in terms of the story and the cool thing they try to do with it. Anyway, I'll probably also Let's Play the third game, though I'm not sure what that will look like, because that game, like I said, it's not like an atmospheric shooter like F.E.A.R. 1 is, or even F.E.A.R. 2. It's an action shooter that happens to have some horror elements thrown in. So that I might just do as like a maybe not a live commentary LP, but a spoken commentary LP, sort of like these anyway, rather than trying to do the cutscenes. Oh, hi.
Children and took her life. My mother does not like thieves.
I still don't really know why Fettel has any interest in us. We are not the point men. We are not part of the family. We're just kind of here. Alright, well, that was a thing. These door sounds are so bad. I'm getting a very, like Doom 3 vibe from this part of the game. I don't know if that's just me or what, but it's a very sort of, like, everything's kind of dark. And on top of everything being kind of dark, they're using a lot of red, and the color palette is very brown now. Yeah, I don't know, that's just sort of the vibe I'm getting, is very Doom 3. Unfortunately, the vibe I'm getting is not the new Doom. Doom 4 or Doom 2016, whichever one you want to call it. Which was fantastic.
Yes, sir.
The new Doom was amazing, and probably the best game I played that year. Kudos to whoever it is at id who's making decisions about about who should get to remake their classic franchises and stuff, because the new Doom was fantastic, and the new Colossus just came out a little while ago, and I haven't gotten to play it yet, but the New Order, Wolfenstein, the New Order, was also fantastic. Like,
copy that.
New Order was my favorite game of that year, and I would say that the new Doom was my favorite game of the year after that. So, you know. And I guess Prey is technically a reboot of the first game, and that game is really good so far as well. So, you know, good job, reboot teams. You guys don't suck for once. I'm so used to games getting a new entry after years and just having it suck. Like, Doom 3 wasn't very good, if I'm going to be totally honest. It was significantly better if you installed the duct tape mod. But Doom 3 wasn't very good. It needed a lot of love and care and treatment that it just hadn't seemed to get. But Doom 4, or Doom 2016, whatever they call it, that was good.
Rise because of her. DTC's quarantined the facility and placed us all under precautionary observation.
Who's the fucking weird Russian dude? Like, why is that happening now? Oh well. Whatever. Oh, this is the room where the killings happened. Okay. This game continues to make sort of strange decisions. Like, I don't know if the glass breaking there was supposed to be spooky, or if that was just, like, because they could. But, anyway. So, yeah. Maybe we'll get a F.E.A.R remake in like 2018 or 2019, and it'll be the game of the year for me there. Because, you know, Wolfenstein: The New Order was, I think, game of the year for me for 2015 is when that one came out, and Doom was probably game of the year for me in 2016 when that came out. And I don't know, so far I think Prey might be my game of the year for 2017, but I haven't played that much that's come out because I've been poor.
The entire facility is in lockdown. We are being held prisoner. Something has gone wrong with the second prototype.
I never cared much for him.
God, that fucking door noise needs to go away. It's so bad. Alright, that was kind of cool. I just want to go into the game's files and replace that fucking door sound with something that sounds like an actual door opening instead of some weird monster creature opening and closing its mouth. Just, oh my god, that noise is so bad. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm making a big deal out of it. I know, and I'm gonna stop talking about it.
Fire in the hole. Target sighted.
That was a well-placed little turret. It did good work. Good job, little turret. Kudos to you. I do kind of wish that after you threw the turret, you could take it back with you. You know, you could pick it back up and bring it along, but I guess I understand why you can't. Or I assume that the reason why they don't let you do that is just because they don't want you to have an infinite supply of turrets. Is that Chenkowski again? I couldn't tell. He was gone so quickly. Bloop. Alright. Methinks I'm probably going into the next interval. Yep. Alright, this is the penultimate interval. I'm full up on this gun, so I might as well use it. Those things are kind of cool, whatever they are. So yeah, here's hoping that somebody gets the F.E.A.R license from, I think it belongs to Warner Brothers right now, and decides to make like a really good F.E.A.R remake that does a good job of blending horror and shooting and doesn't just kind of suck. Ooh, we gotta fight zombies now? Oh, no, they all just disappeared.
Just heard from level 1. There was heavy fighting there. Baker 2 isn't responding. Where the hell is everyone?
We can't stop him. I don't really know what they do with the F.E.A.R remake. Like, what made the Doom remake work so well is that they really went back to the roots of, like, why do people like the first Doom? Not because it's scary, because let's be real, the first Doom wasn't very scary, but because you can run through the halls and slaughter fucking everything. Like, that's what the first Doom was all about, was just wanton destruction of what happened to be demons. Like,
Get to cover.
yeah, that's what Doom 1 was all about. Was just like, let's go in, let's kill a bunch of baddies, let's feel like a badass while we do it. That's why the Berserk was there. Like, Berserk wasn't there to make you go, oh cool, now I have a slightly better way to survive this challenging dark environment of horrors. It was awesome, now I can punch an imp and it will explode. That's what Berserk was there for. And Doom 2016 really realized that. And I think, I don't know, Wolfenstein, the New Order, I think just sort of realized, you know what people liked about Wolfenstein? It was innovative and you killed Nazis. So let's be innovative and let's make a really good shooter where you kill Nazis. And it happened that they also wrote a decent story and had interesting characters in it. That was like a total reinvention, which I think is what we would want for this if they were going to remake F.E.A.R, because, you know, I'd like to see a new F.E.A.R game. I'd like to see a new F.E.A.R game that wasn't trying to be something it's not, you know? That's I think the biggest issue that I have with F.E.A.R 3 is it doesn't feel like a F.E.A.R game. It feels like it's trying to just be a co-op shooter, which ultimately it is. It's a co-op shooter that happens to star the Point Man and Paxton Fettel and Alma, and that's about it. Like, yeah. So give us a good spooky shooter that has, you know, an otherworld entity that you can't do anything about, and you're on your own. You're isolated. You're solving the mystery as you play through the game. Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? You know, it's not like, I don't know. I don't really know how they would remake F.E.A.R or what they would do with F.E.A.R to make the franchise worthwhile again. But I'm sure that something could be done. Let's shoot this guy. And maybe that's just wishful thinking, because I like this game. And honestly, this series, as bad as the other entries in the series are, I really enjoyed this series. I suspect a large part of that is just nostalgia. But I've always really enjoyed this series and would love to see it get a proper, fair, current generation update. You know? And not just like an HD texture pack, you know, but like an actual remake of the original F.E.A.R. Give us the good shit, right?
They should have left us alone here together.
Or, you know, do what Prey did and take the F.E.A.R title and then just make a totally different game. Like, make it an open world survival horror game where you have to run around and solve the mystery while Alma's otherworldly horrors can pop up at any time and you're being pursued by the replicas all the time, or the replicas? Yeah, the replicas all the time. Replicants are for Blade Runner. And you never know what you're gonna run into, and you have to, like, find better gear and scavenge to survive. You know, take some notes from System Shock and from the new Prey. And just drop us off at the facility and be like, alright, explore the facility and find stuff to kill and get better gear. And that's how you'll survive. That's the only way you can get through this, is if you do that stuff. Like, I'd play that. I'd play a new F.E.A.R game that was more open-ended and more about sort of discovering how you're going to survive this crazy fucked up universe. Oh, gee, look at that meat grinder there. I can almost guarantee that when I killed the guy who was standing up here, he fell into the meat grinder and I just missed it, but oh well. I don't think I can get across there, can I? Doesn't look like it. No, I can't. Okay. I don't think there's anywhere to get across to over there even. Alright. Methinks I've rambled on about how I'd like to see a new F.E.A.R game long enough. But boy howdy, this doesn't give me a whole lot to talk about, you know? This is kind of cool though. Like, this is sort of awesome. What? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. That big-ass elevator that we walked across earlier is actually here now. That's kind of cool. Okay. And that gets us across to the next area. Why we don't just ride the elevator all the way down is beyond me, though.
Going now.
Oh no, it's the boyfriend squad. Not Bravo Foxtrot. Or maybe they're the BF squad. They're the best friends forever. Look at all these best friends that I just had to kill. Bravo Foxtrot.
I'm in trouble. We have a situation.
They keep putting turrets in really sort of weird places. Oh, there's a captain here. Where'd the captain go? Oh, captain, my captain.
Get him a body bag.
That was kind of funny that they gave him just a regular old-fashioned shotgun. He died real easy-like. I don't know why they come in and go, hello, sweetheart. But, oh well. Like I said in a previous video, maybe they're all my exes.
They are mercs, but they obviously didn't cobble a team together to do this. This is a permanent freestanding army. Never seen anything like it before. There are no names, no ID of any kind on any of them. But they've got files on us. You, me, Betters, Jin. Whoever they are, they're connected. The more I see of this, the more I don't like it.
It's almost like they're a PMC. That should be something that a captain of a squad in a government organization knows is a thing. Right? Like, they're a private military corporation. They're not just some whoever's. We knew that. They're clearly organized. So they're a PMC. Like, that doesn't seem like that's weird a conclusion to draw. I don't know, maybe the developers of this particular expansion didn't know that PMCs were a thing. But, I mean, you know, PMCs have been around for hundreds of years, so...
She found me here, hiding from her, if you can imagine such a thing.
Hey,
They were
guys.
trying to protect me. Foolish of them, really. She was my mother.
I like the dancing boys in here. Okay, we get Fettel eating. You see how easy these guys are to avoid? Like, they're really just a non-threat. They're really not a threat at all. And now we wait for this elevator to come down another level. How many more levels do you think we're gonna have to go down? I don't see any lower connecting platforms than the one that we're on right now, but I don't know. Maybe there are ones and we just can't see them from where we are. Who knows? Anyway. Get fucked. Good night. See, that door opening sound. That one's okay. That one sounds future-y and kind of cool, but it's not, like, weird and obnoxious. I said I wasn't going to rant about the doors anymore, so I'm going to stop. I just don't know why they had to give them, like, a fleshy opening sound. Why they couldn't just give them a normal door opening noise. There's a grenade launcher. I'd rather have the Type 7 than the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher was not that impressive to me. It kind of... I don't know. It's a cool idea to be able to fling grenades, but...
Let's end this fuck now.
I would much rather have... You know... I'd rather have the Type 7, which is precise, and I know what I'm going to hit when I use it. And I know exactly when the damage is going to occur. Than the grenade launcher, which I have to fire and then wait for it to explode and yada yada yada, you know? Oh, and there's another grenade launcher guy. Cool. Anyway, I guess that was like a sort of boss fight. They threw like 6 of them at me, right? Well, not 6. They threw 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. 4 of them at me. 5 of them, that's right. There's another one up here too. And 2 of them had grenade launchers, which I took a direct hit from in this fight and didn't really take any damage to speak of, which is weird. Because I know the first time I fought a guy with a grenade launcher, it was one of the heavies, way back in like interval 1, and he hit me once and killed me.
My brother. You remind me of him. I didn't like him either.
I wonder if I remind you of him because I'm basically him. They just decided I wasn't for some stupid reason.
I never met my brother until the day he killed me. We're a complicated family. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. They've locked me into place there. Alright, and this is the final chapter of F.E.A.R, First Encounter Assault Recon. Here we go. I'm locked into place. I can't really move. I can look around a little bit. There we go. Now I can move. They give me a med kit, which I don't need because they gave you like 7.
You don't want to do that.
Sir, Paxton Fettel has entered the area.
See the exits. Don't let him get away. Advance on target. Closing in.
Goodbye! My people need me.
Sir, the vault is open. We're going in.
I guess.
Get him.
So
Evacuate the area.
they mentioned that they switched the radio channel to be the same as the night crawlers. Is that why we're hearing them in our ear? Why they're like super clear and obvious? As opposed to like just enemy chatter?
What the? Where did that come from?
Oh, I think that's where we first came in on this area. Oh. So it looks like there are multiple ways down to the same area. Yeah, I don't know why you'd take one over the other, but there are multiple ways down to the same area. And then I guess we just drop down here. Alright. They've done a strange thing here, where they've given us a really big area. What would normally feel like a big old playground area. But then they've gone and sort of railroaded our progress through it. Like, we have this big, huge open room that we can only get through in one direction. That just seems odd to me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point. I'm sure there's like a switch or something that I'm missing. Not going that way. Oh, there's a door back there. Okay. I get you. Here we go. Down the stairs. Lots more dead people everywhere. They give me guns with ammo, so I can't complain about that though. I mean, he's right though. Like, I still don't really know why Fettel is interested in us, why Fettel is involving himself with us. We're not part of the family, we're not really a part of what's going on here. We just sort of happen to be in the wrong area at the wrong time. Oh look, it's the head Nightcrawler boy. Oh no, head bad man, he left. I'm sure they have that program that whichever side you go through, he runs out the other one. But wow, really, dude? I have the DNA. Oh, there was a turret there. I didn't even notice it. He threw some insult at us, but I'm not sure what it actually was. Something about can do better than you. Oh, look, it's the emaciated peoples. I don't really know. I don't know if those guys have a name. If they have like a canonical name at all. Or if they're just like Alma's apparitions or something. I'm sure they're called something on the wiki, so I just need to check that out. Oh, hey, the fucking... Really? Really? Okay, cool. Whatever. I don't really know why the replica soldiers are back, but the replica soldiers are back. The big issue with the replica soldiers being back, actually, is a simple one in that they use the G2A2. And that's not what I currently have equipped. So it's not a huge issue, because if I start to run out of ammo for the vests, I'll just switch over to the G2A2, because the G2A2 is an equally good gun. It's just not what I'm using right now. So, you know. Guy had a real hard time getting down the stairs. Oh, they got a minigun man. Okay, I'm kind of assuming that this leads to... Nope, that leads to a heavy. So wait, those big huge staircases that I saw, where did those drop you off? Like, where did those go? The armor piercing on the vest is pretty good, so those guys kind of get chumped by it. Oh, I missed that. I was in such a hurry running through all these doors that I didn't even notice that. So where does this take me then? Oh, okay, so this did take me into the room that the heavy was in. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, because now I'm back where I was with the shotguns, and this is where I came in, and I went, oh, okay, cool, and then I started running through the side doors. Alright, cool. Let's see, where am I going then? I guess this way. You know, towards this room, and then I guess through here, through this hallway. That's sort of what makes sense to me. This is where those two dudes came from, right? So yeah, that fits. Go this way. Checkpoint. Okay. This just looks like a supply closet, or you can get another health kit if you need it. Alright. The problem with having a room like this that has like 6 exits is it's hard for me to remember exactly which one I came through when I get down to it. This doesn't look like it. Yeah, this is not where I came from. This just leads up to the top shelf of the same room. And I think that's the one I came in through, so... Today's special is apparently nothing. There's nothing special about today. Today is the least special day of the year. And the bathrooms are both locked. Okay. Tra-la-la-la-la. We keep killing dudes like tra-la-la-la-la. Ever stop running? This looks like an arena where we're gonna fight a boss.
10 men to kill me. Typical.
Okay, I guess it's boss fight time? Nope, he's leaving. I mean, you have the thing you want. Couldn't you just leave?
We got him. Target marked. Surround him. We've got him. Move in.
Excuse me.
Killing me won't stop them. You are a fool if you think this is over. Pathetic.
I mean, says the dude who's literally just sort of hopping around and firing randomly at nothing. What am I stuck on? What? Oh, there's a box there. Okay.
Get topside once you've recovered the DNA.
Okay, I mean, I guess that was a fight, right? Unfortunately, this game in general doesn't lend itself to boss fights all that well. It's a problem that a lot of shooters have, where they're just sort of, you know, it's like it's a shooter, so your weapons are, or your skill set is you can shoot things and you can run around and not get shot by things, right? So how do you make a boss fight there?
Got Delta Force choppers
You give it a
inbound.
lot of
Let's
health,
move.
right? You give it a lot of health so that it's difficult to kill. You give it a lot of health and you have it shoot at you, and then you have to run around and shoot at it and not die. And that's how you make a boss fight. Steve Bloom, man. I like how he's yelling at me when I'm way the hell ahead of him, but oh well. Steve Bloom ain't got time for this shit. Steve Bloom's gotta go voice some other angry man. Okay, that kind of made the minigun worthwhile. Like that was a good sequence for the minigun. Ever so slightly frustrating that Steve Bloom's character, our captain, is sort of worthless in that firefight. He just kind of exists and fires his SMG a lot, but doesn't seem to actually do any damage to anything. Congratulations, bonus missions have been unlocked and are now available on the main menu, which I guess means we beat the game. Oh look,
Real good, son. Team's gonna need a new
Chenkowski's
lieutenant after
back.
this. I think Chen had wanted to be you.
Wow, what a twist. Alright, well, I guess that was Perseus Mandate. Um, yeah, I can see what some of the complaints are. It gets kind of samey. The boss fight, quote unquote, was kind of dumb and not very good. The storyline is kind of dumb and not very good. Yeah, it's a thing, I guess. Let's see. I guess overall impressions. The ending was sort of dumb. Like that didn't really do anything. Chen being in the helicopter and then disappearing is like, okay, well, yeah, he's dead. We know he's dead. So whatever. Again, the weapons were kind of cool, but they were all just sort of different versions of guns we already had, and they showed us all of them in the first two intervals. I don't know why. We already had seen everything by interval 3. The level design was okay. The actual gameplay itself was the best of the first 3. Or the best of the base game stuff, I guess. It crashed the least. It ran at the highest frame rate. It felt the smoothest and was the most fun to play, I think. The storyline was dumb. The story was really dumb. It was like, alright, here's another another F.E.A.R squad that's being sent in for no understandable reason. And now here they are in Fairport, and oh no, it blew up, and now here comes all the other shit. And it was sort of like, why... So the Nightcrawlers, like, why were the Nightcrawlers there, so to speak, but never present in the base game? Yeah, it was just weird. Why did Fettel give two shits about us? Fettel should have just continued to bother the Point Man. Like, I don't understand why Fettel even cared that we were there. Other than, I guess, to tell us his backstory, which we already knew. So what was the point of that? Oh well, I don't know. It's fun to play if you just play. If you don't pay any attention to the story or anything else, it is fun to play. I guess with that, I'm going to let the credits continue to roll, and then, see, it's about 12:30 here time, so I will probably look at the special missions or the bonus missions. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now or if I'm going to do that, like, next week, but, yeah. These last two videos for the Perseus Mandate main story will probably go up later today or tomorrow at the latest. So expect to see those soon. Not that anybody's really watching these ones, but whatever. I had fun with this game. I enjoy playing the F.E.A.R games for the most part, so it's been fun to play through it. Yeah, so I guess we'll see about bonus objectives, and then that will be the end of it. Until next time, have a good one. I'll see you then.
Remember, no one touches the source but me.
We've got Morrison.
Losses.
Acceptable.
Alright, well, I'm just going to take a peek at the bonus missions, but I'm going to cut this into a different video since we're at an hour right now. So.